PNP Ashraf sir.
Thank you, Chairman. Dear National President candidate, if you could have a superpower, what would it be?
If I could have a superpower, what could it be? If I could have a superpower, I believe I would want to know what people want. And if I really knew what people want through the platform of this great organization, I would be able to give them exactly that.
Thank you. I request Ratnam sir, please.
I want all of you to know that at the recently held World Congress at Taiwan, Ankur Jhunjhunwala, our National President for 2025 candidate, was an outstanding participant at the National Trainers of JCI Training Seminar. He mixed so well with delegates from almost 25 different countries. He performed so well as a national trainer. I was so proud to notice him perform so well. You are a good trainer. I want to know, how would you like to perform if you are the national president for next year? Is it the traditional same pattern of performance, or you want to make some creative changes? If you want to make those changes, what would you do? If you notice this year, excellent changes happened. This year, last year, Jack, Jacob, so many things. And there is scope for so many other changes. What would you like to introduce to increase the enthusiasm of our members?
Sir, the one, I would not really say it's a change, but one area where I'd really like to focus is to make sure that the existing members that we have, the existing strength of JCI India, they really get what they had, they had hoped to get when they joined JCI. I will make my tenure, if given the opportunity, very, very member-centric. I will try to get to the members everything that they want or they had hoped to get from JCI.
Thank you. Sir, let me request Mrs. PNP Ravi sir, please.
Okay, Ankur, I'm going to ask a lighter question because we are all very serious. Who is the most beautiful woman in the world? Have you met her?
Clap for the women.
Sir, I believe, thank you for the question.
You need to tell the truth. It's not necessary.
Sir, I believe, thank you for the question, sir. I believe the most beautiful woman in the world for me is a voice in my heart. And I have met her in many different forms at many times. If I wanted somebody to care for me, I've met her in the form of my mother. If I wanted somebody to, guide me, I've met her in the form of my wife. If I wanted to meet somebody who has, given me a lot of, who has really looked up to me and given me a lot of love and adulation from that perspective, I have met them in the form of so many of our members. I have met this voice in my heart in many different forms throughout my life.
Thank you. I will request Shoot Marshal, kindly shoot a question.
Mr. Candidate, My question is, if members of your team have differing views, how do you resolve the conflict?
Sir, one of my strengths, I believe, is probably my ability to convince people. So the first thing which I will try to do is to convince them to come to a unanimous decision. If not, I think JCI has taught us already on how to deal with conflicts, the chairmanship and parliamentary procedures, protect the minority and rule by majority.
I request PNP Santosh sir. Mr. Candidate, the quality of JCI India national programs are increasing year by year. Just see, this type of a national convention we can't imagine 10 years before. Even zone events, standard of zone events are getting better year by year. But if you want to see JCI India as a whole more professional, our local organizations has to be more professionalized. Can you tell me 2 strategies to make our local organizations more professional?
Thank you, sir. It is true that our standards are increasing, and it is also true that it is mostly because of the professionalism that we have experienced in the National Governing Board. And this is something which I have learned through the years, sir. And I hope that this year we will be able to have specific programs where we will motivate the LO presidents to we will lay down SOPs for the LO presidents on how to conduct their meetings, how to make it more professionalism. We will even probably recognize them for conducting the meetings in the most professional way, because if their meetings are professional, then their members will be inspired. If their members are inspired, automatically growth will happen within the local organization and in our organization as a whole.
Thank you. I request PNP Balu sir.
Mr. President candidate for the year 2025, can you state, if you are getting elected, how your year of 2025 will be remembered in the minds of the members of JCI?
So 2025, in very simple terms, I hope will be remembered as when every member of JCI India was in direct touch with JCI India at all times.
Thank you. I request PNP Nilesh.
Hello. So, 25 national president candidate. If you get elected, I just wanted to know that the main administrative area is NHQs, that is NHQ staff, and what you are going to do to develop our staff and motivate them. What is your plan?
To develop our staff and motivate them, sir?
Yeah, right.
Sir, I think the staff at NHQ are already doing a very tremendous job in supporting all our local organizations. But naturally, as the organization change, they need to evolve as well. And I am sure that with constant and clear communication, that will happen. As far as motivating them is concerned, sir, whenever there is a good work done, and whenever that good work is acknowledged immediately, I think the person doing the good work feels motivated to continue to do it time and again.
No, I request our favorite man who will question in a very interesting way. PNP Subbu sir.
Thank you, moderator. Mr. Candidate, if you're elected as national president for the 2025, you know innovation is the key to the leadership. And if you're a national president of 2025 for JC India, how would you convince aliens to join this organization or just landed and wanted to join the organization?
I will tell them they can be better aliens if they join JCI.
Thank you.
Now I request Shine sir, please to shoot us.
I want to first congratulate Ankur Jhunjhunwala for your candidacy for the National President of 2025, because it's very important that Northeast states is going to get the first national president from that area. I remember those days when we don't have any local organization members in those Northeast states. We took a lot of pain in bringing one local organization, then developed a few. Now we are very confident that Northeast is doing very good. Keeping that in mind, that's the reason I congratulate you for this candidacy. My question is, recent years we are doing very good in internationalism because we, JCI India, is the second largest national organizations of JCI. So we have the responsibility of taking care of internationalism. Recent years we were sending a lot of delegates to the Asia Pacific conferences, world congresses. At the same time, I felt we could send them to Africa and Middle East conferences. We can send them to Europe conferences. We can send them to America's conferences. What best you can do to bring more members, grassroots members, if they come for the international conferences, they will feel that this is a purely an international organization that no other organization is going to match for this. How best you can do that job in 2025 to bring our grassroots members more into the international scenario?
Thank you, sir. I would like to share my experience here, sir. Last year was the first year when I attended an international conference in that being ASPAC at Jakarta. And then on, after that first experience, I realized how invigorating it was, how motivating it was, how really uplifting it was. It really energized me, and thereafter I never thought of not attending any other conference. I attended the World Congress, the ASPAC this year, and the World Congress again, and I hope to continue to do it. And learning from my own case, I believe we already have over 400-500 ambassadors from India who have attended ASPAC and World Congress in the last 2 years. And I think they are the ones whom we can use to convince more and more members to join. We can motivate them, or we can request them to create testimonials of their experiences, and we can share it across our social media platforms and to our members in various different ways. If testimonials of these members, their real experiences reach our members, I am sure more and more of us will join these international conferences.
Thank you, Ankur. Now I request PNP Ramkumar sir.
Good morning, Mr. Candidate. We always say that invest your time and efforts in JCI movement and you will get benefited. But today's youngsters are impatient and they need quick results. How we can show faster result to our youngsters who are joining Junior Chamber International?
Thank you, sir. The Gen Z is really hard to get because they want results in 3 minutes and not 3 days. Sir, I think we already have a lot of tools in JCI where we see instant results. For example, the EPS. If somebody does an EPS of 6, 7, 8 hours, the person who joins the EPS in the morning is not the same person who leaves the EPS in the evening. They are changed, they are JCs already. So, to make sure that new members become more and more engaged, I hope to be able to create an incubation program for new members and for new LOs, which will have a proper structure to ensure how they are going to be engaged in the organization in their first year of being with the organization. The structure will ensure that they participate in these most important programs that will really make them JCs for life.
Thank you. Now I request PNP Arpit sir. Please shoot your question.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Candidate, a question for you is, how will you handle compliments and criticism?
So in both cases, compliments and criticism, I'll handle them with grace, and I will try to find the utility in both. With compliments, they will tell me what we need to do more, and criticism will tell us what we need to do less, how we need to change, how we need to evolve. I will handle both of them with grace and take them constructively, and see how I can make it more utilizable for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I request PNP Anish sir.
Mr. Candidate, good afternoon. I believe the name of your wife is Prerana, and I believe the meaning is inspiration, correct?
Yes.
And how you are going with this Prerana to inspire the grassroots members of JC India?
So I think my wife, Prerna, has been my inspiration. And how to inspire people is something that I've learned from her to a large extent. And what she has done and what she has taught me, or how she has inspired me, is by doing. What she expects from me, she's already doing that. And so what I expect from my member, you'll find that I'm also already doing that.
Thank you. I request PNP Rakina.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, candidate. Because Anis asked for Prerna, he is my IPNP, so I have to continue the question regarding with him only. You are more passionate for Prerna or more passionate for JCI? Answer and why?
It is an easy and difficult question, ma'am, because I think Prerna has made me and taught me to be more passionate for JCI, and JCI has taught me how to be more passionate to Prerna at the same time.
Thank you. Very nice answer. I request PNP Anshu sir.
Thank you, Chairman. Ankur, if you want to recruit the past leaders like Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, or Mother Teresa for the orientation, as an orientation brigadier, for the orientation program, whom you will appoint and why, and it should not be you.
So the options are Gandhi.
Any timeline, if you could go back in the timeline, any leaders like Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, or anyone you think of.
Okay. Anybody whom I would want to appoint as the orientation brigade. I know. Sir, among the names that you mentioned, I'll probably choose Nelson Mandela. And why? Because of his inspirational speeches. Because, sir, what we offer to the members is very difficult to probably explain in an orientation in a brief period of time. Members need to join and experience it themselves. But if we are inspiring in our speeches, we can get them to join even without them really knowing what they're going to get. So if we can inspire them to join first, they will know what they will get from JCI by experiencing it. Therefore, a person who is inspirational in his speeches is the one I would choose.
Thank you, Mr. Candidate. Now it's time for me to ask you a question.
Ankur, once you get elected as national president for the year 2025, you need to manage so many things. Your family, your business, and especially the phone calls. I know you have few more phones with you. How you are going to manage and handle it?
So this is also again something that I have learned in JCI, and I'm able to answer this immediately because this is a question which I have been asked often. I did my MBA from a very premium institute business school, and despite that, I was very intricately involved in my business. I never had time. And then I attended ABLE in 2016. And there, one statement which stuck with me was, you are the biggest enemy of your business. If you want your business to grow, take yourself out of it. And that statement kind of stuck with me. And today, I'm here, my business is growing, I know how to manage my time. Despite giving time to JCI, despite giving time to my family, despite giving time to my business, I believe I can still make more time, and that's thanks to JCI.
Thank you. Okay, one last question from me. Delegates, you all are aware of the many zones people are fighting for, males or females are fighting for gender equality. There is only one zone in JC India, which is zone 25, in which our candidate comes. Really, the males are fighting for gender equality. Because 80% of the members of zone 25 are women. How you are going to handle this?
So I think this is something which I've already learned in the last 10 years of JCI, of being in Zone 25. The women of Zone 25 and women in general, I think, can be really inspirational, as can men be. Women can perform equally well as men are doing in different zones. So I think we should look at their, if we look at their capability, if we look at their merit, I think there is no real difference, and there is no real change that we must bring into ourselves to handle either the women folk or the men.
Thank you. Can give a big round of appreciation for the candidate.
Point of information.
Yes, basically.
Privilege to be given to the chief delegate to ask at least one question to the national president.
We don't have time. We have 12:30 is a special order of the day. This is for. Okay.
One question, please.
Okay. Okay. One question to one. So basically, okay. Go ahead. Make it short.
Hello, again. In NGB, I can see only one national president, lady national president, JC Rakisham. What will be your initiative to build and bring such fabulous lady national presidents in the future?
I don't believe anybody needs any special treatment. Honestly speaking, I believe that the lady JCs of our organization are capable enough to grow into the organization on their own. And all I need to probably do is not be a hurdle, if at all. Yes. Otherwise, I think the women in our organization are capable by themselves to grow into leaders like Rakesh and sitting on the place. And I'm sure they will.
Thank you. Okay, I can take one more. Yes, second row. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, who is the inspiration to you to become national president? And why?
It is very difficult to point one person and tell him that, no, this is the one person who has inspired me. We have a galaxy sitting here, and I can tell you in each of my interactions with each one of them, something or the other about them has inspired me and coaxed me to, have that quality in me as well. I have grown in the shadow of each one. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Candidate. Really, it was a wonderful engagement of time. The way he answered really inspired each and every one of us, because I just served with him for the last 4 years in National Governing Board, especially very closely. He was a National Vice President for me last year. We had a lot of
of discussions in official floor and as well as unofficial floor. Ankur has really had a very good thoughts how to take the organization forward, how to engage members, how to bring the new youngsters to the organization. So all those ideas he had. One thing we are really inspired from Ankur is he can deliver a wonderful speech because you might have witnessed, he might served as a MOC for many of the events because when he can able to do without the preparation. Similar in the way the expectation, whatever we expected, he did it very well. So give you a big round of applause for the wonderful ideas and thoughts he had. Definitely all those ideas and thoughts is going to be implemented the next year and we will have a wonderful year of 2025. All the best to you. All the best and thank you so much. All the past national president and come forward and engage our candidate with your questions. Thank you so much. Can I have one group photo? Please. Please, all one seated for a minute. We can have one photo. Okay. Thank you.